What's up, guys? Back in the car today, mainly because this ain't really a typical, Rick Renegade's Metal Collection video, which, by the way, I changed the name once again. So this is just kind of like an update slash mission statement concerning what the channel is and the whole purpose of it. Rather than just a channel that reviews albums and ranks things and stuff like that, it's really kind of a way to show off some different kinds of bands that usually go under the radar and people don't hear of. Now, I like talking about a lot of more mainstream stuff too. Like Big Four type thrash or Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I like those bands too. But I like to talk about bands from around the world that just, put out an album or two and disappeared. Like this, some of the best music ever made is some of those bands. And I just love to talk about those bands as much as I like to talk about some of the bigger bands. I have noticed, I don't have like a ton of subscribers, but thank all of you guys for subscribing and watching my videos. I've noticed I have almost doubled my subscribers in the past month somehow. And I kind of took a break because I thought this wasn't going anywhere. So it's once I took a break, it's people started subscribing. And then I did that one video talking about that actually got me going again. This kid that I know that lives in Seattle right now with his mom that I actually met at a Blind Guardian show in San Diego. I don't know if it was 2016, 17, 18. I can't remember the year, but her son's been watching my videos, and I didn't know that he was really, really watching these things like this. So I'm like, well, that's cool. If I got one person that's getting something out of it, that's cool. And then all of a sudden I started noticing a bunch of subscribers, and I'm like, okay. Well, I enjoy doing this. I just like blabbing about metal. So, that's kind of the whole point of this is just I like talking about bands that I like and talking about them in different ways, I don't know. But I have noticed the videos that seem to get the most attention, and it's cool. Whatever you guys like to watch, I'm kind of looking at this how, what you guys like, and I'll do more videos on whatever you guys enjoy. I'm going to do some stuff that I feel like I need to do too, but I just like talking about metal. I've noticed when I talk about Blind Guardian, it goes over really well. When I talk about Iced Earth, it goes over really well. Gamma Ray goes over really well. Rage goes over well. My Savatage video exploded. It did pretty good. I'm not saying I got hundreds of likes or anything yet, but I just noticed I'm getting more comments on things like that. People chiming in and what they think, and it's really cool, man. I like hearing different opinions, and it's interesting to me. Because sometimes it's educational for me too. I'm trying to be the one that's giving out information about bands, but you guys are showing me things that I didn't, things that I didn't think about, certain, say Gamma Ray albums, I don't really I never really liked Land of the Free Part 2, but I've had people tell me that it's actually pretty good. It'll grow on you. So, I still need to listen to it, but I like that kind of thing, and it makes me second guess certain things and go back and give something a try, because sometimes I go back and I'm like, it's not that I like it because somebody else likes it. It's just that somebody sees something in this that's there, and I feel like I'm just not seeing it yet, so I go back and I check it out. And I think that's really cool. My job, I drive around. I work for a local company that's kind of like DoorDash. It's called Batesville to Go. And I also do DoorDash. And so I drive around all day. This is all I like to do, is drive around. And I do it 6 days a week, pretty much all day. And that's why I'm always in my car for the most part. That, and it's like the most secluded place I can go, where I don't want anybody really, I don't like people to listen in to what I'm doing while I'm making a video. And here I can park off to the side somewhere out of nowhere and, you know, and do this. But I kind of lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But yeah, oh yeah, well, yeah, so I listen to metal like all day, and you guys give me things to listen to, and I listen to it. And, you know, guys, I would actually listen to, if you've got like your own personal band and you want me to listen to your album and review it, dude, I'll do it. I'll do it. I think that would be a lot of fun, because you give me something to listen to, you know, throughout the day, and that's great. I would love to do that. So yeah, so that's mainly like what I like to do. And another thing is, I only talk about things that I usually own, because I have a rule. I don't listen to things that I don't have. And there's a reason. It's not just because like some moral aspect. It's not just that, really. It's more of, I don't feel, it excites me more, I guess, when I can own the CD. I feel like I own it. Now I'm a part of it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, if I'm just listening to something on Spotify, which I don't have Spotify. I've never really listened to it. I've even had people tell me, like, you know, like, I'll burn you a disc of this CD so you can listen to it. And I just won't listen to it. I don't have an interest. I mean, I might listen to it to check it out, to see if I like it, but I won't listen to it after that. Like, I'll do that on YouTube. I'll check something out on there just to see if I want to buy it. Then after I buy it, you know, like, there you go. Like, it's pretty much what it's all about. Is I like having it. Collecting metal is as fun as listening to it for me. So, and yes, I normally collect CDs. I do like vinyls. I just think they're too expensive. I've been burnt on a lot of vinyls, like as far as buying some that skip and I can't fix it. You know, I just CDs I've had the best luck with. So that's what I've gone with. I've been collecting CDs since I've been like 11, 12 years old. So that's what I go with. That's kind of like my format of choice. But so a couple interesting things. So now you kind of know why I'm mainly doing this and was doing this in my car. Another thing you're probably always wondering, why does he always wear sunglasses, even when it's not sunny like today? I'll tell you, two reasons. First of all, when I use my I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max that I use for my videos. It's just the easiest, quickest thing to do, so that's what I use. When I have, like, I got the phone sitting on the steering wheel right now. When I look straight at the screen, looking at myself, it looks like I'm looking off to the side, and it probably looks like I'm looking at something else and not at you. So, see, look, I'm looking right at the screen at myself, and it looks like I'm looking off to the side. But if I wear sunglasses, you can't tell what I'm looking at. So that's kind of why I do that. Secondly, there was a YouTuber called Cover Killer Nation. He always wore sunglasses, even indoors. He always did his videos indoors, and he was always wearing sunglasses. And I'm like, well, you know, nobody ever wondered why he did that. Well, maybe they did. I don't know. But I never really thought much of it. I just thought it was kind of his trademark. And I'm like, well, you know, he did it. I could do that, I guess, as well. I mean, it looks kind of cool, I guess. You know, some metalhead with shades on. I don't know. But, so there's that. Another thing, Cover Killer Nation was kind of like an inspiration for my videos as well. I kind of like how, and some people ragged on this, but personally I think it's cool that he really didn't go for like a big production out of his videos. He didn't always have like the big fancy thumbnails with, you know, and the best camera and you know, like a $400 microphone. Like, the dude was just a dude sitting on his couch with probably his phone making videos. And I just thought it's cool because it's real, and it didn't need the production value to make me want to watch it. You know, I didn't think, you know, like, there's some things about Cover Killer Nation I don't agree with, and he likes some stuff that I don't really like, but you know, he did have stuff that I agreed with and I thought was cool. I don't know. I just thought he was fun to watch. And when he used to blow up at like when he used to go on like a rampage, an angry rampage on albums that he didn't like, I thought it was funny. Like watching his Lulu video or his Saint Anger video. I got a kick out of seeing him get mad. Which was probably all show, but it was funny. It might have been a little bit of both. It might have been real and a little bit of show. But, so yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, you know. I'm just making this as real as possible. At home, I will use, like, some lighting. But I'm just using my iPhone for the video. And that's really all I kind of want to do, is just make this some simple stuff. But anyway, enough chit chat. Now you kind of know where I'm at with this and what I'm doing. I'm going to keep going as long as people watch it, and you know, somebody's watching it and it's going in the right direction. I'll keep making videos. The fact that Jonathan Guerra is watching my videos is kind of that. I just thought that was cool. Like, I don't know. So anyway, there'll be some more videos. Well, I guess I could talk about a few other things. Also, let's talk about genres of metal that I like to talk about. So, mainly I dedicate this to old school heavy metal. Stuff from the 80s. Generally, with the exception of some power metal, some later power metal stuff. I mean, I'll talk about like maybe a newer thrash band if it moves me in a certain way, but you know, it's usually old school type of heavy metal because that's what I collect the most, and I got my reasons for that too. The old school stuff was, to me, is just kind of the more real deal. It was fresh in its time. It was all analog. There wasn't a lot of drum replacement and, you know, amp sims, and you know, you're just getting like the real genuine deal with the old stuff, and that's kind of what I like. I like the way albums used to be produced, even through the 90s. Like, I even think some of the best productions even were in the 90s, and even up to the early 2000s, and then I think it really started to lose it, if you ask me. But there's just something about old school heavy metal, and I like heavy metal, traditional metal, thrash metal, speed metal, new wave of British heavy metal, power metal, and I don't know if I said that already. Those are my, and some doom. I'm not a big doom head, but I like some. So I like those kinds of metal more than, like, I don't really do death metal. I don't really do black metal. Mainly because I don't really like the vocals. I hate blast beats. I never did like the way those sounded. I always thought they just sounded like they didn't fit the music. Like, it was just overkill. It's like, you don't need to be obnoxious just for the sake of being obnoxious. I don't know. But yeah, and even like with certain styles of thrash, you know, I can get a little bored with, you know, extreme styles of thrash if it's monotonous. You know what I mean? If you're not writing cool riffs and it's just about look at me, look at how fast I'm playing, or, you know, like, I kind of get bored, and I don't like monotone vocals at all, like death metal gutturals, and like, I want to hear some dynamics even in the voice. You know, I want to hear that you can fluctuate some. I mean, even like Tom Araya from Slayer did that. Even if he's not really much of a singer at all, I mean, at least he, you know, at least he did something other than just one guttural note, you know? Like, I mean, sure, metal's abrasive, but it's still music after all. I mean, come on, make an effort. But anyway, there we go. That's basically what this channel is in a nutshell, where I'm taking it, where I would like to take it. And if you guys have anything that you want me to talk about in particular, throw it out there. I mean, I might talk about it. If it's something that I have no interest in, I might not. But if it's something that it's like that, okay, like that's something I know something about, or I have a feeling about that, you know, I have feelings about it, opinions, I might talk about it. So there you go. Well, stay metal and keep watching, and I'll keep making videos. Thanks.